I wonder what Maul got to say about this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Maul
I
and
knew it the
Rory.
whole time. I knew it the whole time. He was a bitch ass nigga. Okay.
This is what I said from day one.
He's fake. He's a clown. Anybody's a clown that just shoots at women.
Black women. I can't support that.
Bro got a
Look
big
at my
ass
shoes.
head.
You want to talk about those clowns?
Yo.
You want to talk about those clowns real quick?
Yeah, just a little.
Because come on, we moving.
Yeah.
Rory and Maul.
Let's talk about it.
So I see. First of all, we already talked about academics and Adam 22. The little shit that Ack was getting off. Next thing you know, I see. Oh, and then sorry, Ack goes to Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Nothing was said in particular, but he just went and linked up with Joe Budden. They did their thing. Next thing you know, Adam 22 is having a sit down, him and AD with Maul and Rory. So I'm like, this is juicy. I kind of like this little chess. Is it a chess move, or is it just like, this would be cool?
Checkers.
I didn't even catch that. That's
I'm
good.
thinking it might be a chess move. I'm thinking they might get off some bars at Joe. They might get off some bars at academics. Not saying that that's what would have determined if it was a good interview or not. Right. I'm not saying that. However, that was horse shit. They are so fucking boring, bro. They're so boring. I couldn't watch the full thing. I tapped out. I got frustrated.
Okay.
I'm like, this is so fucking awkward and boring. And then Rory's the type, he's going to keep pointing out, this is about as awkward as I thought it would start. Because you guys are trash. I'll tell you what, I see these two talk 2 to 3 times every week, and it's great. Nothing they can do with you two.
Maul said 7 words, dog.
They're bums.
Yeah.
They're slow as fuck, bro. They cannot do. How is it for y'all? And I'm looking at you two saying you guys cannot podcast. You guys are so boring. Like to be able to pick out half the room and say you guys are really not interesting, and the conversation is all catered to you guys, and you guys are not doing anything. I watched all the clips. I watched a lot of clips. I watched them talking about Vlad. I watched them talking about Joey. I watched them talking about everybody. Uncle Joe. When I say Joey, if you didn't know, we still got love despite what I said about him and his hate with Adam. But I'm just saying, bro. Those two are 2 sacks of potatoes, and I was commenting that in the comments. I comment on a lot of No Jumper stuff. I comment a lot, give feedback, and I just wanted them to know these two are terrible, and I couldn't watch this. I couldn't watch the entirety. All I can do is the clips, and the clips leave me with the exact same feeling. They're terrible. And they're awful.
They might not be your cup of tea, because I was reading some comments and they was like, "Oh, I love it when the legends come together."
Bro,
like, they actually have some fans, bro.
They said that shit in the first 2 minutes. I thought that first 2, I was hyped. I was like, this is so great. I can't wait to see this. And it was awful. And also, no. Don't tell me about what any of the little Maul and Rory fucking Hive was commenting in the comments. I saw the dick writing, because I also go to their videos and they're like, yo, when Maul said like something, that's crazy. When the Rory said you don't take the girl to the club, that's crazy. With the laughing crying, bro, that's like y'all just be holding on to everything. Like any little thing they say, they be like, bro, that's hilarious. That dude's so funny, man. Maul's so chill. What the fuck is chill? I'm not watching a pod to see you chill, bro. And I've had times where I thought I was on a chill vibe. I was looking cool. You watch it back, you're like, that's not entertaining. That chill shit was really boring. And actually, I just feel like a failure watching this back. That's every episode. I said it. I said it.
The funniest thing that was said on that episode is like, oh, look, we're looking at like a mirror of us. Because it was like AD and Maul.
And they didn't make that funny. They did everything they could to make it not. They're like, I guess, kind of. Is that what it? Shut the fuck up, bro. Have fun. Another thing. Sorry, last thought. Okay, Rock Nation, fuck Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, fuck him. Who's Maul's brother?
Yeah.
Who's Maul's brother? Biggs. Rock Nation. They're all tied together.
But they was caping the whole time.
Okay, but that's why Maul's been caping for Meg Thee Stallion. Let's not act like he don't have ties to Rock Nation, so he hasn't been trying to suck her shit the entire time she's been popping.
And Rory got connections too, yep.
And Rory got connections too with that little Lollapalooza bullshit that went bankrupt because them niggas was selling fake tickets, doing fake. No, I'm just playing. I have no idea.
Okay, but
no idea.
That's when the interview started picking up. Was when they started talking about the Meg shit, and that's when Maul kind of got there. And it was like, Maul be acting too cool for school.
That was when he woke up a little.
But that was the funniest shit though. When I texted in the chat, it was like Maul was talking about, I get afraid of my own anger. Bro, we are not in middle school. Don't tell me you fucking black out and see red when you get mad, nigga.
I'm so cool because I know I'm so cool because I know what it could get to.
Yeah, I know what it can get to. I
don't
want to see my anger get there.
Man, we just move about doing right by people. We don't care about being messy. We just want to be good men and do right by people. Fuck, man, is this really content? Like, this is what you're talking about? It's like, oh yeah, I like just being solid with my niggas, man. Hey, all y'all in this room, bro. Y'all my niggas, bro. I like being solid with you, bro. If the door is falling, I'm gonna open it for you before you walk in, because that's the type of way I move, and we come correct. Oh, shut up, man! God damn, like, do you have an opinion on anything? Like, I can gauge you're probably not a dickhead, but come on, bro.
They have on-camera conversations like they're having off-camera conversations.
They sound like
And
us
it's
warming up. When we warm up, and like when you just trying to warm up, get a little flow, bro. That's their whole podcast, bro. It drives me crazy. And I watch some of them. I try to check in, see how the boys are doing. I'm always rooting for them.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm just frustrated, and I can be a frustrated fan. So Maul, don't text me. Don't DM me talking about I was talking crazy about y'all like you did the last time I did. Because I'm not going for it this time, bro. I'm just an angry fan, bro. And a fan has a right to be angry. It's like Rory said. If they're angry, if they're making compilations, you're doing something right. So you know what, guys? Bravo. You're doing something right. Just not for me.
He was also talking about, like, Adam was asking him about how is it like doing your own thing and being independent? And he's like, man, after realizing how much money was stolen from me.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
all right, dog, you keep bringing that same shit up.
Then if Joe says something, gonna be like, I don't do the back and forth. I'm sorry.
you just started it.
I'm not one of them. I know where my anger could get to, and I remove myself from that energy. It's all about energy.
And all of their fans, they stole from Joe.
Bro, okay,
They
that's
just
a
took
fact.
huge, like, chunk. 200,000 people went from Joe to him.
Bro, and this dude always talking about energy and all this shit. Bro, you have zero energy. You're asleep. It's literally like the Xanax starts to wear off a little bit, but you're still a little under. We were talking about smoking the weed pens versus really getting high, bro. I swear, he must be smoking the pens all day because it just kind of like clouds. Like you said, it's like a cloudy high.
Yeah.
Just kind of like not numbs you up. It's it
like
dulls
a
you out. It
head
dulls
fog.
you
It's
out
like
a
a
little
head
bit.
fog, yeah.
Yes, bro, and he's so dull, dog. He's dull as a fucking pencil that hasn't been sharpened, bro. That was a good analogy.
I think his personality is cool. It works. It just doesn't work with him and Rory. Like they need that fire. They need that person that's just gonna say some off the wall shit so they could be the peaceful, calm. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back. Yeah, reel it back in. Like it's okay to have an A and a B, not B and B. You feel me? And like I feel like
You can't just have B and C.
or, yeah, you can have B and C, but like. B and C,
Hey, B and C party.
Hey, B and C. But that's the thing, though. Like, I'm gonna always say it. Like, Joe fucked up his podcast. They fucked up their podcast by not podcasting together and figuring the shit out. Because I'm not watching Joe and I'm not watching them. Joe, I love Joe for his
like watching
pivots.
Joe.
You know, I still can't watch Joe. I like Joe having his own personal thing with like the human, human interaction,
like humans,
the human stuff like that. That's cool. Joe's doing this shit. He got his network. But like, y'all both.
No.
They both look like shit though. They both look like shit without each other.
Don't call it a network.
Yeah.
Adam 22 has a network.
Yeah.
Several different functioning shows with employees.
Yeah.
No, Joe Budden tried to do a network, and now he just has a podcast and he does his own content, not a network. But here's the thing.
They both lost on that
But
one.
here's Joe Budden's podcast, I feel like fans like us, they did lose a bit. Like, we're not tapping in 24/7, but I feel like they stayed so true, and like those guys are great. Ish is great.
Ish is amazing.
And they're both great.
Ice.
Ice and Ish, both great. Parks has always been great. Like they're all great. It's just that we're not their core demographic anymore. They have a more older audience, but they still get into it. They have good points. They're very smart dudes. Ish is he's a real estate investor.
Yeah.
Ice has always been good on Twitter, so he's tapped in with all the music stuff. He's a troll, like stuff like that. So they all have their own personalities, and they go at it with Joe. And it's different because they never get butthurt with Joe. Like if anything, they get mad at Joe before they get butthurt.
Does that say something about us? Like we're just into the messy shit.
Well, we're younger. We're a younger demographic.
So
you
it's
know?
like we
they
want to
have
know about the fucking controversy and the messy like gang shit, street shit, whatever.
Well, they're more like older barbershop conversation, and they
Exactly.
specifically don't want to deal with anything messy. They don't want to like. They
think they're above it.
And every perspective they give is like the old nigga, like, nah, we're not gonna, perpetuate any of this, perpetuate any of this stuff going on, and and some of the stuff though, I do look at their perspectives, and it is interesting on certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not like No Jumper has really taken over the big demographic, and also kind of showed them like Joe kind of stuck in his way of like, you guys are being messy and asking people about beefs and stuff, even though like, bro, he's like 35 years old, bro.
That's why
if
he's
he
getting
wants
no
to
more
talk about it, he
deals.
can talk about it. Like it's just different. But either way, I still like them, even though it's like the old grumpy pod. I still fuck with them heavy.
I tap
With
into
Rory and
a
Maul,
few.
I can't watch them.
Yeah, no. But I'll even say this: even when it was Rory and Maul, they weren't talking about messy shit like that. Like
Not
it was
at all.
still industry, but
It's always
it
girls.
Was, it was a
It's
younger
always
crowd.
like
though, yeah.
going out and clubbing and stuff like that. It's like, bruh, how long can you talk about that? You
But
know?
also, Rory and them, they argued about a lot of music though. Like he's dropping this. Remember they got in this big ass argument over COVID about if Kanye and Dre made an album, who's doing the stem? Who's gonna have the stems and do the final mix and master? And they are furious yelling at each other. But it's still Kanye though. And it was like an annoying ass argument. But like they would find a lot of good topic points to argue that were still relatable because you felt like you were getting an insight into the music industry and like just their perspectives on things, and they know a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's still catered to like people our age that were interested in music, interested in just hip hop in general. It was covering hip hop media. Now it's still hip hop media, but it's almost like kind of like Math Hoffa. They get a little messy over there, but like they're talking about more like uplifting and like enlightening type stuff, more or less. Versus No Jumper, like they with the shits. They're talking about everything, like whatever's happening, and it's not always, but it's good conversations too, and just great pods, bro. I watch literally every show on there except for the Monday show. They drive me crazy. Sometimes I watch a little bit of the Monday show, some clips, but I was commenting today about Gina. To be honest,
you ever see the old Joe Budden shit?
Yeah,
I'm saying, you ever see the old Joe Budden shit?
That's the one.
Rory.
I seen a clip where he like came out as bisexual. Was that shit real?
that was New Era Joe. That was New Era when he was the old nigga. That was the old nigga pod.
He was singing the Ice Spice shit too. I seen that.
I love that shit.
That
nigga is a bunch.
Hey, that was a little bit
eat my
too
shit for lunch.
zesty. I like her and I like the song.
I like that song. You thought I was feeling you? You like Ice Spice?
I think it's a match.